let me invite to stage Jirubi Limoria, a serial social entrepreneur from India, currently based in Netherlands. Jiru brought child helpline to over 130 countries and financial education to over 1.3 million children in over 89 countries as a means to combat the cycle of poverty. The floor is yours, Jiru.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. And as you said, I'm going to talk about school banks. I was listening for this hour and a half, and I was hoping one person would mention children, young people. I didn't hear them. I didn't hear the word children. I didn't hear the word young people. I heard a lot of other concepts and thoughts. But let's face it, I just want to say we have 2.2 billion young people and children in the world. And yet, we really do not think about them. Many of you as parents or as children will have got pocket money, will have done small businesses when you were young, will have saved. Did you all think about bank accounts? Did you all think about being able to take that? You probably give pocket money to your kids. But none of you thought of taking that and probably merging the two. What you've done and having a bank account for a child, having a bank account also for an unbanked child. Because with that, what you're doing is you're giving the children a future. I'm going to tell you how and what we are going to do. And what I'm talking about has not come just from sitting in an office. It's come from listening to young people, listening to children, and listening to what they have to say. So I'm saying let's just do three things. First is teach children about money. Many middle-class homes can do this on their own. Yet, if you go to the last mile, if the parents have been in debt, the children are going to be in debt. You know, it's as simple as that. And the poverty cycle will continue and continue and continue, whatever we do. So let's teach them about money. That will give them a choice. Let's help them open formal bank accounts, because that's what's going to give them a future. And as bankers, all of you have that in your ability to do. So Karthik, after this session, I'm going to sit with Citi, since you have so many mobile businesses, and say how you're going to do it for children. And let's do that with other bankers also in this room. And you've all heard the previous panel say, technology is going to make this possible. So let's just do it. It's easy. It's 2.2 million. Let's have that happening. I'm going to take one thing which everyone says, but children don't have a market, transaction costs are too high, we'll never make a profit, will it always be a market loser, blah, 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 blah. You know, we've heard it all. I'll just give two examples. Aflatun, another organization, started. In 2010, we had 486,000 kids saving, and they save 1.5 million a year. Do the math. 2.2 billion children, 6.7 billion per year. And that's at children with less than $1 a day. So there's a market over here. Let's not forget that. Next thing I moved to is Ghana. We just took a study in Ghana because it's not a very rich country. And we said we won't do it with just less than $1 a day children. We'll take it with lower middle class and less than $1 a day children. Average savings per child, 9.84 euro per year. This was a study done with CGAP and with the University St. Louis. 2.2 million, 21.6 billion. Add it up, if we look at the whole world, we have a huge untapped market just for cash. Maybe we can look at our credit crunch looking at that if we just optimize that market. Next thing I would say is, what is school banks? How does it operate? I said there are two aspects, financial education and banking. Financial education looks at first giving the child confidence, because without it you can't do anything. Then teaching them about money, and then teaching them about enterprise, because that's the way they can actually generate the money. You know, raffle sales, book sales. I'll give you the example. I was in Nigeria last week. We had a group of young girls who liked mobile phones. There were mobile phones being thrown, learned how to repair them. They have a revenue income of $400 a month, these 10 young girls. That's helping them pay for their school fees. So just think of it, and they still go to school. That's the important thing. I had a kid who started a slipper business because most of the friends dropped out because of that. That slipper business helped her pay for herself and her siblings to go to school. So I think these are some of the important things that we need to look at. School banks, we've got a model. It helps take deposit from schools. But by doing it, a bank is very far, so we actually make your life easier. We get banks to go to the school. So it will be extension banking, correspondent banking, whatever you call it. Basically, make sure the bank gets to the school, one person, or better still, train a teacher to become a bank correspondent. Outsource your services at a low cost, that being the school, and that makes withdrawal and payments extremely easy. That's our model. Benefits, I think I've been saying it all along. You'll have a lot more opened accounts, lower transaction costs, lower outreach, lower acquisition, higher outreach, lower acquisition cost. And most important, you'll be building a future customer base. What we have done so far, we started the process listening to children. We have been able to contact with, well, McKinsey firstly, which has helped us take this whole process forward and think this through. Then we spoke to IFC. IFC said, prove us a business case and we'll make sure we are able to take it into larger financing. And I did what I do with ITU, the International Telecommunications Union, which we are now negotiating that every mobile phone has a financial education app, because soon mobile is going to be the bank account. So that's what we are trying to do, to create the infrastructure or the ecosystem which makes it possible. And what we want to achieve through doing all of this is every child has a savings account when he or she graduates from primary school. And I want to say that for every one of you as a parent, just don't give the piggy bank to your child. Make him or her go and open the bank account also. So you can do it in your own way, starting now. I was speaking to someone yesterday, he said, I never thought of giving my child a bank account. I said, why not? So it's as simple. Start now. Become part of a school bank as an institution. You can become a member to the child and youth finance movement. Be a partner. Promote a savings product. And that's to all other bankers, which you can take it through. If you have a product for children, very often product characteristics are not child-friendly. Work with us to make them child-friendly. We will be able to look at doing that. Make sure there's financial education with every product that is happening. Partner in the movement through participation. I can go on, but I think jointly, if all of you are in this room, we can make this happen. Let's make it a possibility and a dream so that there's no poverty for any child in the future. And everyone has a choice the way you did. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julie.